What's going on, y'all? So this is a little video of my mid-month check-in. What I want to do is go over this, and I was a little bit hesitant to show my numbers just because I preach all the time. If you've been following me at all, you know this, that I'm always preaching. Don't look at P&L. Don't look at your P&L daily. Basically, don't focus on the money, because the money will come. The money is a byproduct of trading well or not trading well, right? If you have a goal for tick count, points, whatever, however you manage do your money management, then focus on that, right? Because the byproduct is money. You're trading well. You're hitting your goals. You're going to, make money. If you follow your plan, you're going to make money. If you stay within the risk amount, if you know how much you're willing to risk per day, right, and you stay with that, and you're not breaking your rules, you're going to make money. So I've been using TradeZella now for a little bit, and I want to show, this video is not really to showcase TradeZella, but this is actually helping me a ton with my trading. So I've always journaled my trades. I would kind of fall off here and there, and I was always looking for the journal that would auto sync my trades for me, where I could connect it directly to Rhythmic. If you don't know, if you haven't been following me, I use Apex Trader Funding for all my funding accounts, and I use the Rhythmic accounts through them. So I use Rhythmic, and Journalytics does allow you to connect. But if you ever have to connect an auto sync, that's the only one that I've found that auto syncs with literally the click of a button, and you don't have to do anything. But there's two issues with that. And this, like I said, this video is not really about the journal, but I just want to, say this real quick. So basically the two issues were, it was great that you'd click and it's all there, bam. The problem was sometimes, some days I'd get lazy and I would just click and wouldn't go back to it, wouldn't journal, put in my feelings, wouldn't, say how the day went. I'd say, okay, well, the trade's there, I'll do it tomorrow. or the next day. And then next thing you know, it's a few weeks, maybe a month, and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't journal, so I'm not getting better. The point of journaling is to get better. If you know your stats, you can improve. If you're taking screenshots of your trades, you can upload them. You can go back, review. You should do this. Treat your trading like a business. Any business, does any business not have books where they do their accounting, right? Their balance sheet, their profit and loss? No, they all have that. Whether it's online, whether it's on paper, spreadsheets, whatever, they all have that. And as a business owner, you must review. If you don't do it daily, okay, but weekly, monthly, you got to have goals. You got to review. So I like to review every day, and then do a weekly review and a monthly review, right? And then you can even do a yearly review, but this is only, I'm about 3.5 years, a little over 3 years into this, so I haven't really done many yearly ones because my yearlies prior have not been so great, right? So there was no point of me. I mean, I wouldn't say there's no point, but I wouldn't just do a yearly. I would always do daily, weekly, monthly reviews. So anyways, there was times I'd get away with that, get away from doing that. And I think it's really important. And I want to show here I have multiple Apex Trader Funding accounts. So these numbers are all my accounts combined. I wish it was per account, but these are my numbers, all my accounts combined. And I do like looking at that because, let's say you have one account that you're hitting $200 a day in, right? But you have 20 of those accounts. Well, that's $4,000 a day. So yes, $200 a day excites me. Trust me, that's great because in a week you're making $1,000, right? But $4,000 a day really excites me. That's a lot better. You can make that's great money, right? When you look at the bigger picture, that's the power of these accounts. That's the leverage of using prop firms. We know that. That's why most of us use it. So it's just no brainer. So anyways, these are all my accounts. So mid-month review, just want to go over this. So far, I've been having a great month. And I want to say, if you do trade the Apex system, there's a few different types of trades out there. I went back to my bread and butter on this day, Wednesday the 9th. Okay, my bread and butter is a pullback of a trend. It's called a low risk entry, LRE. I went back to doing that. Okay, and it's so much easier for me to be systematic, kind of robot, try to become as much of a robot, emotionless trader as possible. We know that's impossible, but when you have a set strategy, because the other strategy I was doing, every trade, you can gauge pretty much where you want your, how much you want to risk, but it's going off of what the market's giving you. So some trades you might be risking 10 points, some 15, some even 20. And for me personally, on my risk management, my money management, I want to, on a per trade basis, make a RR risk reward of at least 1-to-1. My personal preference, right? If I'm going to enter a trade and have a stop loss of 40 ticks, I need to at least make 40 ticks or more on my trade. And that's just what helped me with my discipline. I prefer a 2-to-1, but I need at least a 1-to-1. And by doing this, if you've watched any of my money management videos, this allows you to really systemize be your strategy, right? Like, where it's just plain and simple. So I went back to my bread and butter, and I'll show you, these are my stats for the month. And basically what the win percentage with my strategy that I do, I need to be at least over 50% win ratio. For the month, I'm at 56. But I need a 50% or better. Profit factor, I need to be above 1. If this is 50%, over 50%, and this is over 1, in the long run, you will be profitable. Plain and simple. It's math, right? So that's what you call putting the probabilities in your favor. Okay? If this is above 50 and this is above 1, it's going to happen over time. If you haven't seen my money management videos, check them out because I explained this in more detail. But the TradeZella journal here, pretty much it shows me this. This is beautiful. That's why another reason why I love this TradeZella. It's clean. It's very good. Looking here, I had some good days the first week, and you can see this right here stands out. Bam. That's a big losing day. I did everything wrong that day. I broke my my money management, my discipline. I mean, that was bad, obviously. And that Monday got me really thinking, because I haven't done that in a long time. I've been pretty disciplined. But like I said, that Monday got me thinking a lot. I spent that day saying, so let's go back. This is the 1st through 15th August, mid-month. So let's go back and look, what day was that? Before then, including that Monday, I was still from the 1st through the 7th. Even though I had that big loss, I was still profitable for the month. But man, that took away a lot, right? Before that day, let's see. Let's go the 1st through the 4th. That was a big chunk. So if I didn't have that that big day losing, I mean, it would have been so much nicer, obviously. But here's my takeaway. And you can see my chart here, my equity curve was going up, wham, all the way down. Since then, I have recovered, and then I did take a losing day, which this day is fine. I'm okay with this day, right? This day that's within my money management plan. That's my plan. That's within my plan. Okay. Some of these other days, like here, I didn't hit my profit target, but I hit my limit for trades taken. So I can't take any more trades. I take a total of 3 trades. I don't include break-even trades in that. You know, if I have 2 break-even trades, then I don't count them. But I take a total of 3 trades. So I hit my 3 trades. It's like, okay, I can't take any more. I'm profitable. Fine. Here, you know, I'm hitting my target, basically. So if this is my loss limit, this is my target. Look, that's a 2-to-1, right? Some of these other days, this day, I didn't hit my target. But like I said, I didn't switch back to my bread and butter until the 9th. So the 10th, same thing. I didn't hit my target. Hit my trade limit, got to stop. Which actually I overtraded. You can see the amount of trades there. I'm still working on that a little bit. Here, I hit my limit, bam. Here, I hit my limit for trades, didn't hit my target. Here, hit my limit, my stop limit. Bam, I'm done. So let me show you also right quick, since I switched my strategy back to my bread and butter, what those numbers look like. That was the 9th. Okay. Look at that, 70% win rate with a profit factor of 2. That's big. And before I had, and actually this day that I had a loss, I took, see another cool thing. Let me click this. View note. I can go in here. It shows my trades. And remember, I have multiple accounts. So that's why there's so many trades being listed. See, I started the day off good, and then it came down and lost. And then right here, I took 1 good trade and 3 bad ones. I actually messed up, right? I took some bad trades there. So, and that was my fault, right? So I go back and I look, why did I take these bad trades? You know, was it me being distracted? Was I not looking at the charts right? Did I just, whatever it is. And then the next day I'm aware, at the conscious awareness to change that and look and say, okay, this, here's why. Right? You got to know why. Why did I do that? Then the next day, if I know, like, let's just say I saw it was chop right at my entry, the market was chopping, I got it anyways. Well, the next day, when it shows me an entry and the market's chopping, that's on my mind. I'm going to look at that and say, market's chopping. Remember what happened yesterday? You know, and that's why these reviews are important, right? So let's say, just for fun, I'm going to take off that day before I made those bad trades, because who can control bad trades? I can. You can personally, right? Like as far as trades that don't go within your rules. Once we're in the trade, we have no control over that. So you have to accept the loss. You have to accept the risk. I'm risking a certain amount of ticks per trade, 20 to 25 ticks, about 5 points per trade. And I'm okay with losing 5 points to see if I'm right. Okay, as long as I follow my rules. When I don't like it is when I don't follow my rules. That's the bad part. So let's take that day out just to show if I follow my rules. Like these other days, I followed my rules. Of course, they were all green days. But green days, that don't mean they all won. Every trade won. 84% of my trades won. And I had a profit factor of 4.3. Beautiful. That's great. And look at that. In just those few days, how much the total amount was. Beautiful. But it's not all perfect, and we're not perfect, right? So let me throw that in there, that loss. But even with that loss, I go from 70% with a profit factor of 2. And before I made the change in my strategy to go back to my bread and butter, sometimes you just got to do what works best for you and go back to it, stick with it. Before then, I was all over the place because the other strategy, here's the problem too. Because it's not set in stone, the numbers, you know, when I go into the trade, the exact loss limit, the exact profit target, you're pretty much taking what the market gives you. It's harder for me personally to be structured. So Here's what the numbers looked like before I made my change. 50% win rate with a profit factor of 1.15. Okay. Still had 83% of my days winning. Still made money, but win percentage was lower and profit factor was lower, right? And see, that's why doing this is so important. Checking your stats, checking your numbers, so important. So 50%, 1.15. And then back to my bread and butter strategy, 70%, 2.08. And twice the profit. So if you're reviewing and you see these just stand out in front of you, like, I mean, this just sticks out like a sore thumb. Why would I go back to something else? And hey, maybe markets change. We know that things happen, right? So that's why you keep reviewing it. You keep noticing your patterns. Just like trading, you'll notice your own personal patterns. And when you notice your own personal patterns, you can say, ooh, let me stick to this, or let me do this, right? Does it make sense? So that's why I just love doing this. So yeah, so I'm hoping for the next, obviously we can only trade the best we can trade. So I'm hoping the second half of this month goes just like the first half, minus this day, because that was a complete, man, that was just I want to say a complete meltdown, but it was bad. It was bad. I kept trading. That was the problem. I kept trading, didn't accept my loss. And like I said, once I got done that day, I said, wow, what is causing this? Why did this happen? I got to fix it. And it came down to, this wasn't the first time this happened. It's the first time it happened this month, but this has happened before, months ago. So it's like, I don't have as much discipline with that strategy as I do with my bread and butter pullback strategy. Okay. So another nice thing, and again, I'm not here to really, promote this TradeZella, but to me, it's just beautiful. You can go in with a daily journal and it'll show every day your trades, right? So all your trades every day, put in notes. You can expand this, which I'm still working on filling this in more. View your note. And you got reports, all kinds of stuff. Another nice thing that I haven't done it yet, procrastinating, is the playbook. This thing is sweet. So you can create a playbook, and basically this is, you put in your trade strategy, like what's a setup? What's a trade setup for me? And then I need this. List all these things, that whatever you need to see to say, hey, this is a valid trade setup. Then once you're in your, go to your day, and let's just grab this trade here. You go here, and then somewhere on here, there's going to be a check box. I don't know exactly where, because I haven't done it yet, but I know there's going to be like check boxes where you can say, check everything that that was there for your trade to make it valid. Basically, like let's say you have 5 things you need to happen for your trade to be valid. Well, then you create those 5 in your playbook, right? And then per trade, it'll show those 5 boxes. And then, okay, I did this. You check off all 5. Great, I followed my rules. Or, let's say you need at least 3 of 5 things to happen. Well, you checked off 2. Okay, that's a problem. It's not a valid trade per my rules because I only checked 2 of these boxes, right? Something like that. So that's pretty sweet. I got to set that up. So anyways, this was just a quick mid-month check-in. Kind of went on a little bit rambling there with some other stuff. Whenever I get to talking about money management strategy or money management discipline, all that stuff, I love that topic because to me it means the most. And that was always, for me, the hardest thing to overcome. As you can see, I still struggle with it here and there. I sure did August 7th. Bad day. Still struggle with it. August 7th was a bad day, but hey, it got me thinking and got me back to my bread and butter. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great month. Let's finish out the month, finish strong, and hope you all trade well and have a great day. Take care.